Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Master League and let's see what team we're going to be trying out. We're going to be using the Zacian paired with the Rhyperior and the Groudon on the back. So here we got an unfavorable matchup, but maybe we get a shield because we haven't revealed what moves that we're running. We do grab a shield. We're going to try to catch a Rock Wrecker. Let's see what moves that they're running. They are throwing the Rock Wrecker, so we do just get the inner finisher energy. We see the Giratina come back in. We're going to throw the Breaking Swipe. No debuff, so they could potentially take us out with the Shadow Ball. Ooh, we do survive it barely, so that's pretty decent. Getting to another Breaking Swipe helps us potentially farm it down. They do get debuffed, so that's something that we can note. We're going to have to fire off a Wild Charger because we don't want to tank any more moves. We're going to switch on immediately into the Groudon. They throw a Breaking Swipe. They do get the debuff. We see the Dialga lurking in the back. We have to try to get a shield here, so we're going to fire off a Fire Punch. We do grab that shield, which allows us to get to this Priestess Blades. This is going to KO even though we're debuffed, and now we have the Rhyperior to deal with. We have two shields. Our opponent here is going to be able to spam a bunch of moves though, but we need to get to two moves. Breaking Swipe does get used. We avoid the debuff. We don't have close combat, so we need to get to at least one more move. No! Simultaneous KO is a little bit brutal. We basically had to, I don't know, we couldn't really do anything else. Maybe undercharge the Groudon versus that Dialga. I don't know, that was close. So simultaneous KO. We see the Zacian versus the Tapu Bulu. We fire off the Play Rough. Decent damage, gets it into the low red. Nature Madness is doubled up, so they're going to be able to fire back to back anyways. At this point, we're going to try to farm it down. We do get the farm down. Let's see what they decide to come back in here with. They go into the Rhyperior because they know that we don't have close combat. So we're going to fire off the Rhyperior Mirror. We're going to have to let this go. Ends up being the Surf. Wow, tricky Rhyperior. Running the Serve is a very tricky move set. Let's see what they have in the back. Oh, yikes. Yveltal on the back gives us no chance to win. We are firing off these Fire Punches to chip away. Maybe if we catch a move at some point. Nope, we have no opportunity to catch right there. Oblivion Wing does a huge amount of damage, and we have really no more health on our Zacian. So the play was to try to catch with our Groudon when they revealed their own Rhyperior, but there's not there wasn't really a way for us to know that the Yveltal was in the back there. Okay, this is an interesting matchup. We have the type advantage, but our fast moves are not really doing anything as they are double resisted by the ghost. They fire off the they fire off the Shadow Ball. We do shield that. We go for the Play Rough. Huge damage goes through, and then we're going to go into our Groudon. Groudon lures out the Ho-Oh. We're going to have to fire off this Priestess Blades. Huge damage considering it's resisted. They're going to have to throw a move here. Sacred Fire is enough to take us out. That is unfortunate. Okay, we're going to continue over farming. We're going to have to let this go. Ah, ends up being the Solar Beam. So that was unfortunately the call we had to make. They did farm up to a lot of energy, but we couldn't use our last shield right there, because then we would have no shield for this Landorus. So yeah, unfortunately the alignment was not in our favor. The Landorus was also lurking, so they had a really decent counter to our backline regardless. Yeah, Not much more. Double flyers was tough to deal with. Unfortunately, Groudon is not finding the dragons or the steel types. Alright, Zacian versus the Shadow Rhyperior. This is kind of insane to see a Shadow Rhyperior in Master League. Looks like we're going to fire off a play rough right here. They do shield, so we do grab the shield back. We're going to try to catch a move. We do catch the breaking swipe, unfortunately, and we get debuffed. So they're going to stay in, continue throwing the breaking swipe. We're going to throw this move as well. These are debuffs, so they can easily survive it. So now we have this Shadow Rhyperior with a good amount of energy. We're going to go into this Zacian, fire off the Wild Charge. It does take it out from that range, thankfully. And now we see the Giratina in the back. Giratina does have enough energy, so we're going to fire off the shield to shield that Shadow Ball. We're going to continue throwing these fire punches, but you can see we are dealing Dragon Tail damage. We're gonna fire off this Priestess Blades here. Boom! Down goes the Dialga. So GG Star Players, able to win that game with the Groudon in the end. Fortunately for us, we were able to reach the Priestess Blades for the one-hit KO for that Dialga. Alright, Zacian versus the Palkia. Greatly, they switch out into their Rhyperior. We're going to fire off a move and get out of here. I think, okay, they do shield, so we do grab that shield. We're going to go into our own Rhyperior. This Rhyperior has a ton of energy. We tank the first breaking swipe, and they are able to win the CAP tie, so they're going to be able to get to the breaking swipe again, debuff us once again. We at least debuffed them once here. Maybe we survive this. It's going to be close. Okay, we do survive it, and we're going to fire off our own breaking swipe here. Finally gets it into the red. We're going to counter swap into our Groudon. Groudon does tank the breaking swipe, and they get the debuff. So how unfortunate is that? We build up a lot of energy. We're going to fire off this Fire Punch. It does grab that shield. We do have a shield to use, or do we use it on our front Pokemon? Okay, Icy Wind debuff us. We're going to switch out into the Zacian when they counter swap. So at least we have a move. They're going to throw the Aqua Tail. Does a decent amount of damage, considering all things. We're going to fire off this Player Up. Isn't enough for the KO? Not enough. We do get the farm down. We see the Avalok trying to reach a move. We do get to the Player Up, and that is huge, because this is going to help us potentially farm down. We're going to go into this Rhyperior to catch a move. They throw the Icy Wind, and now we should be able to win the game. This Groudon here is going to be able to throw this Priestess Blade, and down goes Avalok. So GG Star Opponent. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoy the video.